Okay, it's time for more Amstrad Action. Uh, so yeah, next game here is pro tennis. So we're gonna play tennis for a bit. It's yeah. Hey MP33, we're about to play some tennis. We'll try to. What it's like, Anyway, let's see. Pro tennis by L'Oreal and Activision against French. It's got to be good, right? The only other tennis simulation of any note is Match Point. That was pretty good. Its main problem was that it's just too tough. Oh, the impressive outrun clone. Ooh. A little bit off on that, but I'm pretty sure it did get a review, so I'm sure we'll be enjoying that when we get to it. Something to look forward to. Pro Tennis can put up an equally good battle, but it's a bit more player friendly, giving some helpful options. The court is viewed from above one end, flanked by crowds who always get excited at the end of the game. You can play against a computer or another player, or watch an exhausting demo game. On either of its two skill levels, the computer is very difficult to beat, since it doesn't make many unforced errors. You, however, actually have to hit winners. You can play the game in two modes, which makes action easy to get into. The automatic mode just gives you the job of positioning the player to hit the ball so that you don't have to worry about the timing of hitting the ball. That's done for you. The manual mode gives you that extra job of timing the stroke and makes the computer that much harder to beat. You can choose from three types of playing surface: clay, grass, or hard court. The surface won't initially make much difference to you, but it affects the bounce of the ball and speed of the players. Matches can be played over 1, 3, or 5 sets. These can last a very long while because very lengthy rallies are the rule. The surface occurs automatically but can be directed toward one side of the surface court. Once the ball is in play, the computer is quite happy to sit back and play from the baseline. That means that when you have to get to the net, you hit outright winners, passing shots or lobs if he comes in, or force him into lobbing the ball over the baseline. The danger is that he will hit a lob in, and you won't be able to get back to it in time. Although the rallies can be long against the computer, they can also be quite exciting if you're on the net because of the continual effort to get the ball back and to try hit winners as well. The two-player action is of course even more exciting with much more unpredictable play. The graphics aren't particularly impressive, the players are small and the strokes indistinct, but the action is compulsive. The automatic option and the different courts bring a bit of variety. Most importantly, you'll get a good contest out of it. First day target score. Take a set off the computer. Second opinion. The automatic mode really does make this a simple piece of fun. It captures a lot of the atmosphere of tennis while staying very playable. I'm not really a fan of sports simulations, but this one's worth a look. Right, good news. Tough computer opponent. Helpful automatic option. Ball speed varies a lot from fast drives to slow lobs. More friendly and playable than Match Point. Bad news. Rallies with the computer can get very long. If you already got Match Point, it doesn't offer much more. Green screen view. All the courts look like grass, but otherwise there is no problem. Graphics. 51, Sonics 37, grab factor 78, staying power 75, AA rating 76%. Who's Larry? Who's Larry? Okay. So, start game. straight into it. Got the usual L'Oreal logo, the cat. Best logo. L'Oreal presents Pro Tennis. Author Bernard Aurier. I guess that's how it's pronounced, I don't know. Copyright L'Oreal, June 1986. Instructions. Yes, scroll. Oh, we get a fast scroll. The service. Press the service key or the fire button to serve. Oh, look at that fancy L in the font. Release the key to hit the ball. Guide your service with the direction keys or the joystick. During the match, to return the ball in automatic mode, place your player in front of the ball to hit it. In manual mode, press simultaneously the service key or the fire button. Hit the ball at its highest point to smash. Hit the ball at its lowest point to lob. Okay? See the C commands. So keys here. Speed this up too. I guess it's a numeric keyboard. Delete to pause. Control escape to break. During a match against the computer, either QA-XCV or 74236 can be used. Joystick compatible. Good. Alright, enter to start. Let's go. Yeah, that's L'Oreal's typical logo of the time. They always had a cat logo. It was their thing. Right, one player, level 1. Demo, we want one player, level 1. Automatic mode. Clay, choreograph, whatever. One set. We just play one set. Let's go for it. Okay, I'm at the bottom. Oh no. Oh jeez. Missed! Ah! Well. Yeah, I can see these definitely taking some time here. Oh jeez. Oh. Getting up to the net is not always the best idea. I don't really seem to have a lot of control over which direction you hit the ball. Maybe it's just me. Oh, jeez. Get it over me. Well, this is going well. Oh, jeez. Ah. Oh, ah. Well, that was a good idea, wasn't it? Yeah. Well. Oh. Oh, jeez. Well. Oh, well, this is going well. Yay! We got one. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Well. Well. Oh. That never works. Well, there you go. God damn it. Okay. God. I guess you can't smash it when it's that high, huh? Oh, jeez. Went over. Again. It's going well. Ah. Well, you love any Lewis Shields game. You've got at least got the cat on the box art. At least anything before like 1988 or something. They still use the cat, but they, it's not as cute as this one was. one. Oh. Oh, thought I missed that. Good. Oh, come on. Oh, damn it. Really? Oh, somehow we got that one. Oh, stupid ball. Oh, oh, come on. Reach higher than that. Terrible. Did I get one set somehow? 1-6? I don't remember winning a set. uh, Alright. Anyway, we'll move on. We want to get to the area where the bad games are now. Well, next I think we've got one more game before we get to it. It's next game. Oh, he's Druid. Wizard. Enter into the magical world of Druid, experience a new and daringly original arcade adventure. That's what you come to expect from Firebird, publishers of the UK's most exciting software. Available now for Commodore 64 and available soon for Spectrum 48, 128 and Amstrad. So the next game is Space Shuttle. You get the boring game out of the way first. This is also Activision. Space Shuttle, Activision, $9.99 cassette, $14.99 disc, keys or joystick with keys. NASA may not be allowed to get the real thing off the ground at the moment, but you can take the Shuttle Discovery up for a flight or two with this simulation by Steve Kitchen. It doesn't give you the sort of freedom that ordinary flight simulators have. It sets you a tough mission task. Fly the shuttle to a strict flight plan. Launch and dock with satellites. You can choose from 3 types of flight. Number 1 is a demo. It shows you exactly how a perfect flight should proceed. Number 2 gives you control of most of the shuttle, while the computer gives invaluable aid to the beginner. Number 3 leaves you on your own to solve all the problems. Your view is from the shuttle's cockpit, with your essential instrumentation and onboard computer display. You start on the launch pad. The first task is to get the shuttle off the ground. A detailed launch guide tells you exactly how to do this step by step, but in the heat of the moment, when you're under pressure, you might forget something. Once in the air, you need to follow a trajectory that the computer has plotted to get you into space. Once you're up there, you've got to achieve a stable orbit before you can launch the satellite. Once again, you're given plenty of information on what to do, so that just following the instructions should get you through. Now comes the fun part, launching the satellite. So I treated to an excellent view of the payload bay as the satellite spins out of it and then round to the front of the satellite, of the shuttle, and off into orbit. Having got rid of one satellite, you can go dock with some others, which enhances your rating when you get back to Earth. You can dock with as many as you like, but each successive one gets harder to do. Once you're bored of whizzing around Earth, you can re-enter and land at Edwards Air Force Base. Once again, you're given detailed instructions on how to get down and trajectory to follow as you descend to the runway. When you get within range of the runway appears in the view and you guide in for landing. It will take a bit of practice before you can do the whole mission properly, but it's quite easy to get started and to know the flight controls. The graphics are quite bare, except for the payload bay scene. The sound consists purely of engine noise and warning signals. As a simulator, it's pretty good, but as a game, it doesn't really have enough variety to keep you interested for long. First day targets were Complete Flight 2. Second opinion. Morbid curiosity aside, there's not a lot to recommend this one. It isn't realistic enough to be a convincing simulator, but the lack of freedom means it's not much of a game either. A worthy effort, but I just found too dull. Good news. You've always got plenty to do. Good picture of the payload bay. Docking with satellites provides a lasting challenge. Bad news. No variety once you've learnt the mission. No freedom of action, you just have to follow the flight plan. The graphics, 48. Sonics, 34. Grab factor, 67. Staying power, 53. AA ratings, 59%. So yeah, and now we try to play the game. I should probably get controls for this. Get a controls thing for this. It'd probably make sense. I don't know if the game tells you that. No instructions, huh? That's handy. Try elsewhere. Ooh, there's a manual in text. Oh, there's a PDF version. Ooh, we'll stick with her. As long as it tells us the controls. Console instrument controls. Flight mode selector, pre-flight. It's a fire button. F1. Shuttle launch. Launch countdown keys. L. Primary engines on off. Thrust is the fire button or control. Status check spacebar. Okay. See how well this goes in. Alright, Cat. Yes. Hot action right now. Don't worry. Don't worry, the games are going to get worse than this one. NASA. Original design by Steve Kitchen, adapted by John Boy, Issy, Phil, and Dave of Mr. Micro Limited. This is made by Mr. Micro. Same people that gave us Punchy. Okay. Was it 2 to start or? This is going for a demo at this point. It's just doing the demo right now. These controls again. Doesn't tell you how to actually start the game, huh? Flight 1 is the easiest, Flight 3 is the most difficult. 500 just to set the required flow. Okay. Fire button not. Oh, here we go. No. Fire button not really doing anything. So we're going for the demo. We could just watch the demo, I suppose. That'd probably be more fun. The control's not really doing much of anything. Yeah. Let's read. It's probably because it's not selected, huh? Windows, give the window focus, that might help. Okay, we found the pause button. F0 is pause. Oh, here we go. No. Well, that's what the launching the satellite looks like. Whew. Oh, there goes the satellite. Oh, here we go. Auto flight. We found the pause key. That's about it. We switched it to auto flight, whatever that's supposed to mean. I'm sure it helps much. Okay. How about we restart? See if we can. Space shuttle on journey into space. Flight simulator. So 2. Ooh, you got the old-timey Activision logo. Don't see that often. Okay. Simulator. What do we do? A little countdown. Launch scrub. Oh dear. Didn't really help much there, did it? Can you not change flight modes between games? Oh. Launch scrub. I'm so good at this. Manual. Okay. Pre-launch errors, launch scrub, merely cause a restart of the countdown sequence. Both messages indicate that the mission has failed and you should try again. That one's auto flight. Flight 1 is a special mission that takes you on a train flight controlled from Earth. Whilst on this flight, you may like to experiment with the movement control. So I should have selected flight 1, shouldn't I, huh? Okay, we'll do that then. We will do that. Okay, auto flight. One, yeah, yeah. Oh, here we go. It is doing it all for you already. This is pretty much doing it for you. Uh, this is going to do it all for me, isn't it? Right. Also, those bars are hard to see. They're the most similar shades of blue ever. You've got to make them a little bit more visible. But basically, you just have to remember everything that happens and what possible key that would trigger it. So, what is the difference between demo and auto flight in the first place? I hear the cat. Uh, uh, might want out, I guess. This might be difficult since it's raining heavily. But anyway, see what he wants. Watch the space shuttle. I'll be back in a few moments. Okay. Back. Cat didn't want to go outside. Took one look at outside and thought, no. Too wet. We're landing. Welcome home. Well, we tried to play a game, it just wanted to play itself. So, well, we just let it do that. Yeah. All right, we'll move on. We'll move on to the next game. I'm sure this will be fine. I don't have any idea what we're doing in the first place. Okay. Next game. Yeah, next game is five-a-side soccer. The good games now started giving out AA Grave rewards. Basically, they gave these to games that got under 20%. Which wasn't often, but it happens. Ever since the World Cup Carnival incident, I guess. Anyway, five-a-side soccer. A Mastertronic, $2.99 cassette, joystick or keys. Mastertronic have been producing some excellent games lately, and I suppose the run had to come to an end somewhere. This is it. As football games go, it's one of the worst I've seen. It doesn't even deserve a 99p price tag, never mind the £2.99 it's costing. It follows the familiar pattern of other football games, but with less impressive graphics and gameplay. The pitch is viewed from the side, and is composed of 3 screens, a goal at each end. The teams have 5 players each. Seems logical for five-a-side football, but with one player as the goalkeeper, who can't be moved out of the box around the goal. You control one player. You can either leave it to the computer to choose which, or select him yourself by cycling through the players on screen. You can compete either against the computer or against a mate. Either way, there isn't much variety in the playing action. The computer plays very predictably, although will score goals you can easily put away more. The pitch is narrow. Because the rules of five-a-side, there aren't any corners, throw-ins, or any other set pieces. The gameplay consists of getting behind the ball and booting it forward a few times. If you're lined up with the goal, you just have to keep kicking it and it will go in. The opposition will do likewise. To stop them, you just have to run past them, turn around and run head on into the relevant player, kicking wildly. If enemy action gets close to the goal, control switches to your keeper, but it's usually too late to do anything about a goal being scored. First day target score. Beat the computer by 5 goals. The graphics are chunky and garish, and the gameplay is very monotonous, are of a sorry product, and the sooner it's forgotten, the better. Second opinion. Dear me, once upon a time Mastertronic had a reputation for producing cheap trash. Though hard work and strict quality control, they cleared their name and showed the world that cheap doesn't mean nasty. Another game as miserably bad as this one, though another one is unspeakably awful, and they'll be right back to square one. Green screen view. Visibility problems are really neither here nor there. I mean, the game's a complete hole in the ground. Good news. There'll be a lot of goals scored. Bad news. Chunky, garish graphics. Predictable computer opponent. Boring gameplay. No other options or features except a 2-player game. Graphics 18, Sonics 30, Grab Factor 17, Staying Power 16, AA rating 17%. And now we get to play this fine quality game. Gonna have some fun with this, aren't we? Okay, let's go. Thud, phew, drat. Yeah, this is going to be just like what the game's like. Based on the Commodore game by Ken Grant. Written by Action Byte Limited. Sound by Rob Hubbard. Got Rob Hubbard music. Oh, this tune. The Matchday tune. Key 1 or Key 2 to begin game. Let's go. Oh, now Team 1. No. Oh, he got the ball. Here we go. Oh. He's just... No. I think that might have been an own goal. Well, that went well. Hey, he kicked it down there. That's not fair. This is just like real soccer. Oh, jeez. Come on. Here we go. Go! I can hear the cat again. Finish this first. He's just... Hey, get back here. No. Here we go. This is how you play soccer. Wait. This way, come on. Yeah. This is definitely hardware scrolling. I suppose I'd give it something. Don't know about the faces in the crowd though. Okay, yeah, I think we're getting a little goal. Here we go. Oh, missed. Yeah. Oh, she's gone. Hey, go on. Yay! Go! 6-1. 7-1. Well, you get your first attack score with by 5 goals. I suppose it's going to stay this way, I guess. I think we're getting the idea now. I see a pattern here now. Oh, missed. Oh no. Scored a goal, whatever will we do? Go! Half time! Oh, we've got to go the other way now, don't we? Yeah. Kick ball down there, come on. Perfect. 13-2. Oh, jeez. Good ball physics. To 2. 15-2. Oh. 16-2. Yeah. Oh. Oh no. before I pass the ball. Oi. Oh, just did it again. Oh, 17-4. Oh, jeez. We're right around it. This game's getting weird now. Perfect. Hey. Make 20. I should think so. Here we go. Here's our 20th goal. I think we're winning. Collision? I disagree with that. Oh. Okay, match should be nearly over. End of match. Good. 26-8. That's a realistic soccer score. Alright. Alright, I'll listen to this for a bit and I'll catch up with what the cat is up to. Hopefully, nothing. Okay, took longer than expected. The cat made us stinky. We'll do some cleaning sometime soon. But anyway, back to the thing at hand. Not playing this anymore. It's a little easy. Okay. Next game is Olympiad 86 by Atlantis. £2.99 cassette, just cookies. Here's yet another multi-event sports game, but one that doesn't involve any waggling or keyboard bashing. It features 5 sports: weightlifting, canoeing, 100 metres, skeet shooting, and discus. I don't think most armchair athletes are going to find much here to interest them. Weightlifting is the first event. You have to lift gradually heavier weights to reach a qualifying level. The lifter is poorly drawn and animated. Your method of making lifts is even worse. A pointer spins around the circle at the bottom of the screen, and when it's pointing straight up, you have to press fire to stop it. Get it right, and it's a good lift. Miss it, and you'll lose one of your 3 lives. As the weights get heavier, the pointer spins faster. The second event, canoeing, has better graphics, but familiar, very simple gameplay. Your canoe, a kayak actually, appears in the middle of the screen, viewed from above, and the occupant paddles with just 2 frames of animation. Rocks appear at the bottom of the screen and move up it. You have to move left and right to avoid them. If you hit a rock, a life is lost. Otherwise, you have to complete a certain distance down the course. The 100 metres is next. Here the animation is better, but the gameplay is just as bad. The run stays in one spot on the screen, well, the crowd jerks by behind them. To make it run faster, you have to press fire in conjunction with a spinning pointer, as in Event 1. But this time you have to keep repeating it to keep the speed up and make the qualifying time. The fourth event is skeet shooting, so by this time you will probably want to do a bit of author shooting. A cursor and 2 trees appear on screen, and from the bottom of the screen a grey brick will spin up. You have to put the cursor over it and press fire to destroy it before it flies off the screen. A set number of skeets have to be shot, but hitting more gets you more points. Wouldn't you like our body like this? The final event, heavy sigh of relief, is the discus. You first have to set the power of the throw with a familiar spinning pointer, and then the angle by stopping a number that gradually increases. This time a white spinning brick moves around across the screen, and you hope it passes the qualifying distance. That's back to the first event. Go through it all again, with the qualifying getting tougher until you lose all 3 lives. The graphics are dismal, the sound is hopeless, the gameplay is horribly simple, and even at £3 it's a waste of money. The fact that it's a budget software and is no longer an excuse for bad product like this. First day target score, we have no idea, 40 something. It's obscured by something. Green screen view. If you shelled out £3 for this, then I should think green is the word. Second opinion. It's a funny old business, this computer games lark. Just when you think you've seen the worst game imaginable, someone goes and brings out something much, much worse. You'll laugh at the graphics on this one, weep at the waste of £3, and fall asleep over the gameplay. I'd have preferred a waggling game, and I hate waggling games. Good news, it's cheap. It's quite tough as you progress. Bad news, the graphics are bad. Very little sound. Very simple gameplay. Little variety in your task. Graphics 33, Sonic 16, grab factor 20, staying power 18, AA rating 19%. Okay, here we go. At least you don't have to waggle. That is something, I suppose. Okay. Where's that font again? This dude looks happy. Welcome to Olympiad. Get shot over your title. Space of fire to play. Instructions. Use the S key or fire to stop the weight meter in alignment with the arrow. Lift the weight until the qualifying level is reached. Good luck. Too early. Failure. Yep, yeah, one attempt, that's it. Just one attempt. Mess it up, you mess it up. And get shot, apparently. Canoeing. Use the cursor keys or joystick to steer the canoe through the rapids. The number of river sectors must be negotiated to qualify. Good luck. Notice you had a bit more... if you're at the top of the screen, it would probably be better. You can see more what's coming. You can avoid things. This is exactly how you... Exactly how you pedal. So it's perfectly normal form. Watch out for the rock. Did I do it? Yay, 60 points! I got points! Okay. 100-meter sprint. To increase your runner's speed, hit the S key or fire each time the power meter is in alignment with the arrow. Reach the qualifying time to win. Good luck. Everything stops when the finish line comes up. Qualify time 19 seconds. Your time 16 seconds. That's a slow sprint. Points. Okay, at least you get to see all the events. Shooting. Cursor keys, joystick, move sights. Space fire to shoot down as many skeet as possible. You must reach the pass mark to qualify. I have something to shoot, right? Oh. Missed. Damn it. Okay. That's a little high. Oh, it's a 5. That's 10. $70 points. Ooh. Right, discus. Press the S key or fire. You must set the power and angle of your throw. Qualifying distance must be reached to achieve a good throw. Good luck. Jeez. Oh well, we're just off. Distance, oh, go 52 meters somehow. Okay, so we're going to improve on our weightlifting. Good lift. Oh, missed it. Failure. 2 points. We get to 6-4 now, huh? See what a river sounds like. Oh no. Uh-oh. Yeah. Couldn't fit through there. Game over. It'll stop eventually, right? Final score 237. Middle nil performance. 20%. Okay. We saw the events. Yeah, I'm sure they will do for this. You move after that? Nope. Just back to that. Okay. Back to magazine. And we can get on to the next grave. Knight Rider. Ocean 895 cassette. Joystick keys. Hope you haven't been holding your breath for this one, because Kit appears to have been worked on in Ocean's garage for quite a while. Now, he and his do-gooder driver are out, but when you get a look at the game, you're going to wish they'd scrapped him and cubed him in a metal crusher. The game begins with our eager TV heroes revving to go in Atlanta. They can choose one of 4 dastardly plots to foil within a time limit. A network of roads connects several major cities in the excited states, and at each city there is an operational base of some kind. These consist of a single screen. On visiting the one at Atlanta, you'll discover where you need to go first. You choose a city off a menu and then have to drive there. The view is from the driver's seat. The only things you'll see while travelling between cities are enemy helicopters and the road. You can choose to drive or shoot helicopters while Kit performs the other job. It's best to drive yourself and let Kit do the shooting, since you can drive twice as fast and he'll probably shoot straighter, you think. Driving is just a matter of accelerating as hard as possible and steering around the occasional incredibly predictable bend. It takes no skill at all. Even damage caused by missiles from the helicopters and bumps with the side of the road don't liven up the proceedings. If you do want to shoot helicopters, it's just a matter of guiding the cursor around the screen and firing an invisible laser. After getting bored of the wheel for an eternity, you arrive at the city and can enter the operational base there. You now control a figure viewed from above, who has to get from one side of a room to the other, avoiding contact with the guards there. This is the really exciting bit. The guards can shoot at you or touch you to knock a lot off the time limit. The guards at some bases will home in on you because they're trained killers, which means they aren't wearing blinkers, unlike the rest of them who keep the movement patterns as you go straight by them, merely letting loose the odd bullet when you're in their path. If you get to the other side of the room, you're given the next location to go to. If you can resist the overwhelming urge to hit the reset keys, you're off to another car ride over a featureless highway. The graphics are bad, the in-game sound is bad, the collision detection at times is loud, at bases is lousy, the gameplay is boring, and as licensing deals go, this is the worst. First day target score, stay awake. Second opinion, it really looked at one point as if this one wasn't going to come out at all, but no such luck. If this was a budget game, it would be miserable value for money. There's almost nothing to it, and what there is looks dated and poorly executed. I'm amazed that Ocean have the gall to charge money for this at all, but £8.95 is just comical. Green screen view. You can still see well enough to play, I'm afraid. Good news. I like the title tune. Okay. Bad news. Unimpressive graphics. Bad collision at bases. Monotonous gameplay. The worst ever licensing deal. You have to wait for very slow scrolling messages. Graphics 31. Sonics 45. Grav factor 19. Staying power 15. AA rating 18%. Okay. Let's play this wonderful game. Hey. Let's have some fun. Probably. Maybe. This is music, right? Trying to be the TV show thing, it's having problems with it. Right, President Ambassador Missile Base or a random plot. Let's go President. Michael, move cursor to apply our next course, then press the fire button. Good morning, Michael. Good, this is slow. Devon has just informed me of terrorist activity in Chicago. I think we should go there at once. Yes, this is very much in a rush here. Right, Chicago it is. Let's go. Here you go. And do the driving. 240 volt. Jeez. Damage decreases your top speed for reasons. Okay, this is yeah, these are turns. Just don't skid off or anything. Just have to turn into it. Not sure they're trying really, but whatever. Damage does recover at least. Should you take another hit? No, we're down to 200D. 16 pH. Oh no, whatever will we do? Armory. No message? Okay, armory. It's like storm. Wait. Sense guards in there. Oh, this is a mistake. Nope, got too close. I touched his hand, he dead. Oh, got shot in the side or whatever. Timing is a little tight here. So I get into that little gap perfectly. Did it. Otherwise you get stuck on the wall and you get shot. Michael, there are several delivery notes here. They are all to New York. Cable, clock, cabal, nitroglycerin. Michael, someone has sent explosives to New York. Oh no. To New York then. Yeah. Certainly not the most exciting driving portion, is it? Oh jeez. Looking at something else, I didn't notice the corner. Almost there. Terrorist base. Oh jeez. Oh no. Okay, that's one way of avoiding him. Oh no, he's got me. Oh, jeez. Yeah. Nope. Oh, we did it. Somehow we did it. There is a date marked on the wall calendar, and I happen to know there is a dinner party at the White House this evening. Do you think that someone is trying to blow up the president? I guess that means we have to go to Washington. I assume it means Washington, D.C. Well, it's on the east, so it must be Washington, D.C. Off we go! Off we go. Well, didn't take long. Good. Presidential dinner. Oh shit. Oh no. How do I avoid this dude? Oh no. They're all like this. Oh no. What do I do here? I detect a bomb. I'm sorry, Michael. You have failed in your mission. This blew up. Report back to Atlanta at once. Press any key. Blew up. Yeah, I'm not going to start another game with that. Driving 16s are long enough. Go back. Okay. Next game is The Apprentice. Mastertronic. 199 cassette. Joystick keys. This game might have a familiar feel. The name of the game might be enough to give away the origin of this game, but you'll be in no doubt as soon as you start playing. The classic sorcery was obviously the inspiration. Even though this game, by James Higgins, isn't as good as the original, it has a lot to offer at £1.99. You play an apprentice wizard who's made a real hash of a nasty spell and has to rectify it by collecting 10 rings. To collect each ring, you'll need a little bit of help from a friendly wizard who requires a specific object if he's going to help you out. If you can find the object and get it to the wizard, then he opens up a section of the game where a ring can be found. The screens are very reminiscent of sorcery, but the graphics aren't as atmospheric or as fast moving. There aren't any doors either, so the apprentice just moves off the edge of the screen and onto another. The apprentice moves about the screen rather slowly, but you can fly and walk him anywhere on the screen. There are plenty of threats to your meager lives, including arrows, skulls, spinning stars, birds, dragons, and demons. These all follow movement patterns and can be either avoided or blasted with your limited supply of lightning bolts. However, that measure is only temporary. If you re-enter the screen, the monsters will have reappeared. The objects that allow the wizard to cast a magic spell include a treasure chest, flag, gold key, and horseshoe. To find out which object works with which wizard, you just have to drop it while standing on the same spot with him. If nothing happens, you've got the wrong object. The right object will cause a section of the scenery to slide away, and you can go through it into some new screens where a ring will be found. You can also remove sections of the scenery with a special scroll that can take out a chunk of wall. This will make it possible or easier to get to an area of the game or an object. These need to be used sparingly, of course, just in case you come up against a real impasse. All 10 rings have to be recovered within a time limit, but this is quite generous and should give you ample time. Much more of a problem is landing on the screen to find a monster headed straight for you or right on top of you. This can put you into an infinite death loop that can ruin a lot of hard work. Even though the game isn't original, it's very competently done and provides an excellent challenge for any arcade adventurers who like sorcery. Its major problem is speed. The action is quite sedate. Despite that, you'll still get a lot to cope with and have to concentrate hard. First day target score, 10,000. Green screen view, ugly but visible. Second opinion. There's an awful lot to explore here, but not a great deal of incentive to do so. The graphics are okay, but the gameplay just sort of plods along. The name may suggest comparisons with sorcery, but the action very definitely doesn't. Still, it's cheap, I suppose. Good news! Good colourful graphics and monsters. Large, well-designed playing area. 10 wizards can take quite a bit of finding. Disappearing sections of scenery are good. Bad news. Action is quite slow and not very original. Graphics 67, Sonics 54, Grab Factor 78, Staying Power 77, AA ratings 78%. Alright. Let's play some Apprentice. Okay. Here we go. Getting back into the decent games, I guess. Yeah, that loading tree is not based on anything by Ultimate. Sure it's not. Apparently our wizard has a dunce cap. So yeah, color and green setup. Joystick. Okay. Okay, to destroy the arrows. Good. Keep getting past that. A candlestick. Oh, well, I got the candlestick. Oh, nothing in here, is there? Huh. I think I'll go under if I remember. So look at the size of that key. I haven't found any wizards yet. Plenty of items, no wizards. Oh, here's a wizard. What item does he need? It's not a candlestick then. I'll leave that here. So there's a item over here. We'll see if that's the item. I bet it's not. I mean, I'm not going to have one that close. Right. Oh, don't walk into the fire. Nope, no flag. Can I have one item on the screen at once as well? Go under here. What's the? Oh, that's probably just the thing that opens when you find the right item. It's a key. See if the key is the right item. Giant gold key. Oh, I forget that. You brave wizard didn't. No. Well, it's your deaths. Your 3 lives. It's it. Scored 2,700 points and visited 20 rooms, but managed to locate and recover 0 rings. The game is over. You've had your fun. Now let us see how well you've done. But don't hesitate, brave wizard, for that game was not in vain. You did indeed amass a score that wins a place in our Hall of Fame. Try again. Down to pick up things. So there's the candlestick. So you're going to find this. What is the item? What is down here? Is it a treasure chest? Drop that here. Let's go get that treasure chest, shall we? See if this is the item our wizard friend needs. Game. Oh. Stuck in the scenery. That's a problem. Well, we have a quit button at least. It's something. Try it again. Oh, jeez. Push over there. Yeah, I remember you this time. No, it's not the gold chest. Try the key. Try these things out by trial and error. It's how these things work. Nope, not the key. Probably that horseshoe, maybe. Take her on. Oh no. See how the horseshoe works. Here we are. Got one. Down we go. There's a ring. It's 1. 1 out of 10. This world leads nowhere. Now we've got to find another wizard. Oh, I can't get out there. Wonderful. Oh, this goes down here, huh? Let's go this way. Yeah, another well. Sure, attached to this brown stuff has probably killed me. Oh no! Brave wizard. Whatever. Game is over. But you've had your fun. Now let's see how well you've done. You scored some 5,945 points and visited 29 rooms. We managed to locate and recover 1 ring. But don't despair, brave wizard, for that game was not in vain. You did indeed amass a score that wins a place in our Hall of Fame. Yeah, you get the idea. It's sorcery-ish. Anyway, we'll move on to the next game. Okay. So the next game is the Vera Cruz affair. Infogrames, a French game. So Vera Cruz affair. Infograms. $9.95 cassette, $14.95 disc. Keys only. The latest French import puts you in the role of a gendarme investigating a suspicious death, which is first thought to be suicide, but soon looks far more sinister. The game loads in two sections. The first one giving you a chance to examine the scene of the incident, and a second to investigate using a police computer network. The scene of the supposed suicide is a single, macabre but detailed and well-drawn screen, dominated by the dead body of Vera Cruz, scattered around on the floor and furniture are various objects and clues that have to be examined. You control a cursor on the screen that can be placed over the various objects, which can then be examined in greater detail to provide information that may be a clue or may be misleading. You'll need to note down on paper all of the information you find because you can't look at it again once you leave this section of the program. Make sure you examine anything you can because even the smallest object may reveal something interesting. When you're finished, the second part of the program has to be loaded. This takes you to your office where you can communicate with all the other police and judicial services through the Diamond Computer Network. You have 6 main options while using the computer. Send a message, print out a screen if you've got a printer, see a statement from a witness, compare evidence, make an examination, and arrest the guilty party. Messages can be sent to various branches of the local and national police, prisons and judicial information centres in an attempt to gain useful information. Or messages can be used to find out further details on an individual who may be known to one of the other services. Or police elsewhere on the network may know something of a particular piece of evidence. The main problem with these communications is that you have to get only one part of the message wrong, and you always get the same message, addressee not applicable. This means you don't know whether you made a typing mistake, used the wrong form of message, or the service really had no information on the question. Consequently, you can be fishing about in the dark, not knowing what's going on, purely because you can't communicate with the computer properly. The instructions are not exactly over helpful in this matter either, a situation exacerbated by the translation from the original French. The other options are much easier to use since they require less composition of messages. There are still hitches though, when performing an examination for example. You're told you can make a graphological examination, but you're not told exactly how to do that. If you can penetrate these problems, there's a very good game underneath with plenty of nice touches. There are the facial pictures of suspects, the need for deductive reasoning, and of course the need for a policeman's perseverance. It's a shame that this is marred by the impenetrable replies of the computers to so many inquiries, addressee not applicable, and without interest. A good game, but one that could do with being a lot more helpful and user-friendly. Second opinion. I'm sure there's a good game in here, but poor translations and general unfriendliness mean it's just too difficult to get at. Even the most patient of detectives can only put up with addressee inapplicable so many times before he hands in his badge. Green screen view, still playable, and still impenetrable. Good news. A difficult case that may take some solving. Nice touches like the suspect's faces. Needs a lot of thought. Bad news. Very unhelpful responses to unproductive questions. Translation is unhelpful in places. Takes a lot of getting into. Graphics 70, Sonics 14, Grab Factor 53, Staying Power 71, AA rating 64%. Okay. See how far we get from this. go? Oh, that's right. This is one of them bar CPM things. Infogrames presents Vera Cruz. First part. Release your face. Okay. That's what we start with. Change direction of viewfinder by pressing cursor keys. Copy for close-up and enter to finish. Got a bullet wound or whatever. Nothing there. Let's look at the handbag, I guess. Handbag containing items bearing the name Vera Cruz, a packet of camel various, toiletries, etc. Move the cursor along. Automatic revolver, model Mac 50. Caliber, I should write that number down probably. Right. Bar La Simpa, 2 Station Street, Saint Etienne. Rothman's king size. Well, that's obvious. Pen. Goodbye. I must end a duel. Vera. Ashtray with 2 cigarette ends, 1 Rothman's, 1 Camel, with traces of lipstick. Anything else to find though? That's the thing. Do we have to go pixel hunting? Oh! Left hand. Thread of black cotton present under the fingernail. Look at the other hand. No. Nothing else. Look at the wallpaper that's coming off here. No. Door hinges. No. Door. Is that all? Flick along the couch here. Chair, whatever it is. Okay, that's it. Just finished taking your notes. Hope that you have done your work well, because the course of the investigation will depend on it. To exit from this part of the investigation, press the Enter key. Otherwise, if you wish to pursue your investigation, press the R key. R does nothing. Enter does nothing. Space continues. Second part. Bad command. Oh, that's right. This is... What that? Have to change the... I think this image was actually worked. No? Oh, it's just the one. So go through this again. Yeah, these are all the same, so we'll just head off to the next bit. Here we go. Second part. Okay. Message, examination, statement, comparison, printer, arrest. Message. Destination. What was the destination? No. Stop. Did you see not known? Stop. Examination. Which examination? What do you mean? Which examination? Yeah, this is rather confusing. Without interest. Comparison. Comparison of known objects with who? What? I'm confused. Whose statement? I don't know. Where this person can be found? I don't know. Audition. Let's try the manual. Probably not going to be much help. Manual. French manual. I think it's a German manual. Or French. There you go. Here's an English one. You've just been appointed Detective Sergeant in the Crime Squad at St. Etienne. As an officer of the police and in your capacity as a judicial police officer, you are capable of leading any criminal investigation. No sooner have you taken up your new post when you are called upon to investigate the press, when the press are fast tearing the Vera Cruz affair. On the 8th of August 1986, you are notified by the caretaker at the Forest Department block of the discovery of a body. It has been provisionally identified as one of the residents, and from the caretaker's description is believed to be a case of suicide with a shotgun as the weapon involved. Shotgun? Yeah. You and your team must go to the scene to ascertain the facts. Once this is complete, you will have to carry out the actual investigation using the methods at your disposal. Loading a star, blah blah blah. Oh look, here's an MSX version. Don't see a Commodore 64 version anywhere. Anyway. Moving the camera, use the cursor keys, taking a photo, press copy for Amstrad, insert for MSX, spacebar for Spectrum. Make sure that you've made a note of all the details, and when you are ready, press enter. Disc versions will load automatically. On cassette version, you'll need to press play on your tape recorder. If you change your mind before the second part is activated, press R and you'll return to the scene of the crime. Okay, the State Police Force. The State Police Force is one of the oldest French institutions since the origins date back to the Marshalsea during the Napoleon's time. Its experience regarding judicial affairs has led it to computerize very quickly, far in advance of similar services in other countries. This is one of the reasons why, in addition to the traditional methods such as comparing evidence, interviews, alibis, etc., you can use the Diamond Computer Network. Utilizing this sophisticated system, you will be able to communicate with other police services, justice departments, prison administration, and of course with the National Police. Access procedures for the Diamond Network. Code M. Message. Message addressed to any service must include the code for that service and its base town. The message must include the type of information required in as much detail as possible. The reply from the service contacted will arrive in the form of a listing in a few minutes. Code P. Printer. If you have an 80-column printer, you will not need to take notes manually. All you have to do is to keep track of your evidence is to press the P key. To deactivate, press the same key again. All messages must be confirmed by pressing enter. Services you can contact on the Diamond Network. Another police squad, computer code GIE plus name of squad. So if you want to contact the St. Galmier squad, 42, write GIE St. Galmier opposite Orange, and then make up your message in the form information on XXX affair. If the squad you communicate with is concerned with a particular case, it will reply giving you all the information in its possession. There's one police squad per town. Computer code BDRJ. There's one police squad per district, as opposed to town, which will tell you if a particular person is wanted by the police. You address your request to BDRJ St. Etienne in the following way. Identification of DuPont Leon. If this person is wanted, you'll be told by whom and why. Judicial Research and Comparison Centre. Police Force as a Research Coordination Centre. If you wish to know the record of someone known to the judiciary, or to make a comparison on a particular object, which could be a clue, you can contact this service using CRRJ Leon, and you should compose your message as follows. Information on object. As much information as possible, or on a certain person, Christian name and surname. If the person has a record, you will get a photograph and some information. Police headquarters, your name and owner of a vehicle from the registration number. You should address your messages to First, then enter in, if it is 42 vehicle, the number of the vehicle corresponding to a town. Then input the message identification number 1111 AA42. For example, if the registration is useful to the inquiry, you'll get the information you require. Prisons. If you wish to obtain some information on a detainee, you should address your request to Pris Beaumetz or Pris St. Paul for a message such as information on Dupont Leon. If this is useful to the inquiry, you'll quickly get a reply. Police stations. Certain police stations may have dealt with something or someone connected with your investigation. It might be useful to contact them to get additional information. You can call them up using, for example, CIAT Martial. Then compose your message to read information on blah 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 affair. Traditional methods. Statement. To hear someone's statement, you need to know their name and address where they can be found. Option C. Comparison of evidence. Previous examination and capacity. Carry out different examinations such as autopsy. You can carry out your own autopsies? Okay, we'll check out the autopsy, shall we? That's something we can do. So it's examination. Result of autopsy. The death of Vera Cruz was due to a perforation of the left lung and the heart by a missile of large caliber fired at point-blank range. Okay. Now what? Graphological examinations. What's a graphological examination? Without interest. Don't need anything at all. Without interest. We don't have any names, do we? With a bar. That's about it. Oh, but try what happens here. See what happens. Yeah. Oops, don't do that. So the message. You can't delete. Delete does nothing. Try it again. Do you see not applicable? Stop. That's it. Let's speak a hyphen in between it. What areas do we have here? Bigger map here. Give us a little map. Really expects a hyphen in the middle of it, just like it is in the title there. Try that, shall we? Oh, damn it. Oh, did it again. Delete would be good. A delete button. Delete, do something. Juicy, not applicable. Doesn't seem to make much difference. Be easy if this was a bit more readable. Yeah, the map's not particularly readable. It's a little tiny text. Let's try this. Juicy, not applicable. Yeah, I have no idea what I'm doing here. I'm thinking I should just move on to the next game. It's not getting anywhere fast. It's rather inscrutable. Let's just move on. We're not going to get anywhere fast. This is a game that's going to take a lot of work. Back to here. This game is Conquest. Mastertronic, $2.99 cassette, joystick keys. How many more have we got to go through here? One. Oh, these are previews. I think this is the last game of the issue. Yeah, this is the feature section there. So yeah, this is the last game of the issue. We get to finish the issue. Conquest. Mastertronic, $2.99 cassette, joystick keys. At first sight, you might be tempted to write this off as just another game where you run around umpteen screens picking up some things and shooting monsters. However, a closer look reveals more depth to the game by Derek Brewster, with lots of different objects that can be examined and used in different ways. The action takes place in a castle, which has been occupied by the demon Grell and his monstrous minions. Your task as the cute character Oscar is to rid the castle of Grell, but you've got to do a lot of exploring and use many objects to achieve that. The castle's rooms are shown in 3D from one side. Most of them have furniture, wall decorations, and of course monsters. Most of it is well drawn, but suffers from an unimaginative use of colour. Each character, object, and furniture item is just a single colour. There's a maximum of 3 monsters to a room. They whiz around about randomly, sapping your energy when they touch you. You can combat the creatures with weapons that you find, including a boomeranging axe and a magic wand. but you'll need some knowledge as well before you can use the wand. Once you've picked up an object, you can use 3 other options on an icon menu at the bottom of the screen. Drop it again, examine or use it. Sometimes examining it will reveal some useful information. When trying to use it, you may be told you don't yet know how. Usually you can carry up to 5 items and be able to examine and use any of them. I haven't missed anything down there. Right, but you can't. Right, usually you can carry up to 5 items and be able to examine and use any of them. There is a globe of invulnerability. You can store up to 9 items in it and trundle it around the rooms, but you can't use objects from inside it, so you won't be able to kill off creatures in your way. There are many other standard arcade adventure features to the game, like keys that will unlock doors to reveal more of the playing area. There are also healing and poison potions, so be sure to know which is which. There isn't much sound in the game, but what effects there are nicely done. Some of them appear to pop up during play for no apparent reason, but the random twiddles and bloops are quite pleasing. The graphics are the most disappointing thing about the game. The gameplay, however, has a lot to offer in the way of exploring, shooting, and the odd bit of puzzling. There's nothing very original here. Although this type of game hasn't appeared so much on the Amstrad as on other machines, so a lot of you should enjoy it. First day target score, 40%. Green screen view, visible enough, though the odd bit of blue on black causes problems. Second opinion, this one's fairly good value and there's a lot to see, but it's all pretty dreary stuff. So there's only so much you can do with this kind of exploration collection effort. Well enough presented, but nothing at all original or exciting. Good news! Quite a large playing area. Good use of icons within the game. Lots of objects to use. Good combination of exploring, shooting and puzzling. Bad news, unimpressive use of colour. Not much variety in the gameplay. Graphics, 50. Sonics, 48. Grab factor, 74. Staying power, 68. AA rating, 73%. Well, we do have we do have one more game after this. We'll finish these off tonight then, I suppose. We can go later or something. So yeah, Conquest. Let's go and get this started. Switch scenes. Right. Not cheating. Conquest. 1986 Mastertronic Limited. Look, there's a Cthulhu. I presume that's what that is. It's green. So yeah, we've got keys. It does use joystick for your main character. You got separate keys for object pointer and action pointer. It's the start. Dude. Yeah, through the door. Can't do anything without any objects. Oh, there's no other door here, huh? Tome of Potions. Heal potions smell acidy. Poison potions smell sour. Good to know. Just gonna drop that now. Find a weapon. There's something. Some kind of wand. I don't know how. Stairs. Something. An ancient star. It doesn't need to be used. Tome of Magic. I learn about magic. Good. Does that mean we can use this now? It does. Yeah. Key. I can't kill that worm. Small key. Nope. What is this thing? Invincibility thing, is it? Can't win inside globe. Can I just get out, can I? Yes. Nope. Oh, globe of vulnerability, energy, no objects in globe. It changes its sound all of a sudden. Fountain. Hell, where to? I'm already lost. Oh no, we've got an item here. I don't know how you put objects in the globe. Just get up. Don't. These icon controls are annoying. I've got the sound. Ah. Can't get anything in this room. Okay. 7. Coin. You know what? I don't need this, do I? Yeah, once you've learnt magic, you've learnt magic. Crazy hammer, or axe or whatever, it's another weapon, I think. Remember? This sound is driving me nuts. Can the key open these chests? Yes! Or just that one, apparently. Apparently just the green ones. Ooh, there's an item in there. A larger key. That might open a door. Maybe it opens one of these. No. Nothing in there. There we go. Coin inserted into vending machine. Enter number for object required. Well, my hands are full. Now what? Yeah, nothing's responding now. Oh, reset works. Yeah, that's a game that could take a while, I think, to get. Anyway, that annoying sound stopped at least. Okay, let's get the last game done so we can be done with this issue and go on to the next issue next time. The last game we've got here is Golden Path. What I tested, this is another one of them inscrutable games. Amsoft, Golden Path, Amsoft, $12.95 disc, joystick keys or joystick with keys. There still aren't too many disc-only games around, despite the huge success of the 6128. This effort from Amsoft, written by Magic Logic, is set in the Orient, where a monk has to achieve enlightenment by lighting incense before the great Buddha in a golden temple. To achieve that, you've got to solve a fair few arcade adventure problems and explore the delightfully drawn scenery of the Far East. The name of the game derives from the yellow line that the monk follows through the screens in the game as they wind up and down the hills and to various locations. You can't deviate off the line, but there are junctions where it forks or leads into buildings. Your life as a monk starts as a young man, and the quest has to be completed before you age too much and become an ex-monk that has ceased to be. As you wander along the path, you encounter animals and people who may block it and have to be dealt with somehow. This could be by giving them an object or by fighting them. The only way to find out is to try it. There are also mechanisms that can be used, but again, you may need the right object or person to activate it. Objects you find can be carried, stored in one of your 4 pockets, or even thrown at something. You've also got the ability to jump, duck, block, punch, and push. You can also experiment on people and objects. Many of the animals and people will attack you. Unless you're prepared with an adequate defense, you'll lose a life. Presumably, as a Buddhist, you don't kill others. Making your way along the path isn't always easy. It disappears in places, and you have to search for possible routes. Far more annoying is the way the disk drive is continually accessed. Whenever you change screens, perform some actions, or die, the disk spends an eternity whirring around to load more data. This quickly gets very wearing and tedious, and is exacerbated by the need to flip the disk over when entering some parts of the game. It's actually a reasonable arcade adventure game. The graphics look good, and there are some pleasant puzzles. But putting up with the wildly infuriating disc problems while trying to explore will be a bit too much to ask, even the most patient games player. Green screen view. The landscapes lose a lot of their scenic appeal, and that's pretty serious. After all, you're going to be staring at them for a long time waiting for the disc to stop running. Sing an opinion. Well, what do you know? It's a game that's unplayable in a whole new way. I'm just amazed at the nerve it must take to market this thing. There may be some interesting puzzles in here, but nobody's going to have the patience to get anywhere with them. Dazzlingly stupid. Good news. Good graphics for characters and backgrounds. Some interesting puzzles to solve. Bad news. The disk accessing would try the patience of a saint. Not only continual accessing, but you have to flip the disk over as well. Incredibly difficult to explore the game and discover things while trying to put up with such problems. Graphics 74, Sonics 27, Grab Factor 15, Staying Power 42, AA rating 31%. Beyond Thunder Games. Okay. So let's try the game out. Okay. Let's go. Color or green screen monitor? Color. Golden Path. Look at that logo. Ooh. Copyright 1986. Copyright Magic Logic Limited in association with Amsoft. Original storyline by S. Heaton. Costumes and scenery by whatever. Program code. Spelled program ending with ME again. To become initiate on your path to enlightenment, you must light incense to the great Buddha in the Golden Temple. Excuse us while we load it. Here it is. Here's a little monk. Across the screen. We've got to load the next screen. Oh, we'll go around. Oh. Up. What do we have here? Doing a thing. I'm just pressing the fire button and accesses the disk. It's useful. Okay, bye-bye. Oh. How do I tack something? How to do kick punch? Oh. It's following me now, huh? Have I captured him? Have I what? I don't know what I'm doing now. I'm lost already. Oh, we've got a goat. We have a goat here. Oh, we just walk back again. There's another path this way, is there? No? Never mind. Go back this way, see what happens. Can we just go this way? Oh, there's a thing here. How do we pick up the thing? So stop for disk access again. Press enter. Wait for wait for disk access. Push enter. Oh, okay, that's current things. How do we pick up? Oh, P to pick up. Now what? D to drop. P to pick up. Okay. Got item. What do I do with it? Use. Oh, here you go. I had to put it into this inventory. Oh Jesus, giant skull. What do we do with that? I guess it'd probably kill us. Oh, okay. No, it didn't kill us. How about that? We lost some power, but... Have disk access. Where do you bring out an item from my inventory? Oh. Is that E? F. Okay. S to put it in, F to get it out, because that makes perfect sense. Up the steps. Disk access. Okay, is that that green thing in the river? Oh, it's a gator. Definitely a gator. I guess I can't really do much with that then. Another path here. Up. Can I have a motor around you? Please flip the disc over and press space. We have 2 discs here. We do have 2 discs here. Here we go. Can we enter this place or something? Can we talk to you? Here you go. Have a whatever that is. Off we go. Not much on this screen. Disk access. Yeah, open door. Oh. Push. This is not exactly the most exciting game in the world. Got my thing back. I push you? Yeah, shove him over or something. Yeah, okay. Up this path. Is that a diamond? Please flip to discover and press space. I did not turn. Damn it. At the next screen. Oh no, the skull's back. Oh, you're over here now, huh? You don't have disk access when you push the fire key. What's the thing I can pick up here? Apparently, yes. Oh no, it's the goat! Ow. He just kills you. Eviscerates you. As goats do. Ow! Really? Dead! Goat's deadly. Giant skull, less deadly than goat. Oh, loading. Did I just turn around? Okay. Okay, it's a very hard to see dragon. Is that? I can't tell. It's a massive green stuff on the other green. Just go over it, I guess. Oh, fireball! Flip the disc over, press space. Flip the disc over again. This dude's going to be helpful, right? Right? How do I talk? How do I interact with person? No, don't want it. Huh? Fine. Continue on. Please flip this over again. Oh, it's back here again. What's the thing here? It is. I don't know what it is. Looks like a banana. See if goat likes banana. I mean, goats eat anything, so why not? Nope. 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 No, just did. Well, that's probably the end of that. Game over, you scored 0. What a surprise. Press space. Loads more. Yeah. Alright. Well, we'll leave it at that. Getting late now, so we'll just go on for the rest of the magazine. What's left of it. There's no more reviews. That was the last one. Alright. Previews. Prodigy. Electric Dreams. Set in the mech labs of the machine sorcerer Wardlock. This impending Electric Dreams title is an arcade adventure. There's nothing new about this perspective you view the mech labs through. It's the good old isometric 3D, just like Batman. But where conventional games switch screens, Prodigy is a scrolling display. You play Solo, the Scintilman, an experimental synthetic human created by Wardlock. Your task is to escape from the mech labs. That's not all. You have to take your friend Nejo with you. Who's in Neho? I don't know. Nejo is only a baby though. So you'll have to feed him, protect him, and change his nappy while collecting the items you need to escape. There are dangers along the way in the form of Wardlock's earlier attempts at synthetic life, the Blobberites, and the Globewills. There are also some tricky obstacles in the form of icy surfaces and invisible walls. And there's a teleport network to learn your way around. If you're an exploration freak with a taste for cute graphics, this is the one to watch out for. Trailblazer, Gremlin. This fast arcade action game previewed at the PCW show is another example of the latest games craze, abstract bounce 'em ups. Gremlin is hardly jumping on the bandwagon, mind you. With AA Rave Thing on a Spring and Master Game Bounder, they practically invented bouncing. The game idea runs like this. You control a ball as it bounces along a multicolored path. You have to get to the other end within a given time limit, using a different coloured squares to help you. Some squares make you bounce, some speed you up, and some slow you down. Worst of all are the blue squares, which reverse your controls if you land on them, and the numerous holes in the path which lose you considerable amounts of time. Like all the most addictive games, it sounds too simple to work. It's not just addictive though. With your viewpoint directly behind the ball, the path zooming by underneath you, it's exhilarating and graphically appealing. Wacky extra features on the disc version should give you a few laughs as well. Watch out for the full review next month. Dandy. All that's gold does not glitter. In fact, some people's dungeons can be a right royal letdown. Dandy is the massive arcade adventure that takes you through some of the most detailed dungeons you've ever seen. With a solo or for a brave friend, you can hack, thump, and zap your way through spectres, necromancers, and other dungeon dwellers whose concern for your health and well-being is zero. They have their reasons, of course. They're guarding a massive treasure hoard which you, if you're quick, can stuff into your amazingly capacious swag bag. Swag bag! Dan is the ultimate dungeon. Enter at your peril. Features 3 complete 5-level dungeons, so 15 levels. Treasure trove screens at the end of each dungeon. 1 or 2 players. 5 different spell types. A variety of nasties. Frenzy, fun-busting action. Available on ZX Spectrum 48K, 128K, and Plus cassette. Coming soon for Amstrad and Commodore home computers. Yeah, looks like I've got Spectrum screenshots there. Yeah, it's a Gauntlet clone. Though Gauntlet hasn't come out yet. Gremlin Football of the Year. A game to answer every boyhood dreams, the chances to make it to the very top of football stardom. Starting on your path to glory as a 17-year-old apprentice with a 4th Division team and only £500 and 10 goal-scoring cards in your pockets. The footballing world is at your feet. Adopt the identity of a professional footballer and develop a career through the ups and downs of match days, transfer deals, and injuries, etc. Display your talents in Football League, UEFA, FA, and Milk Cup. Milk Cup? I don't know what this is. Games. And then if you're good enough, the ultimate accolade of your sport, the Footballer of the Year award. Avenger. Way of the Tiger 2. First came Way of the Tiger, a martial arts classic in which you had to prove your physical skills to become a ninja. Now you have to prove your supreme mental agility. The second part of Way of the Tiger saga, Avenger, the ultimate arcade adventure. Yaemon, the Grand Master of Flame, has assassinated your foster father, Najishi, I think, and stolen the scrolls of Kitsuan. No idea. You have sworn to the god Quan that you will avenge Yaemon's murderous act and recover the sacred scrolls. Your enemies are many, varied, and all are deadly. All your skills, courage, and nerve will be called upon when you begin the final conflict in the Great Keep. Good luck, only the brave-hearted will survive. Future Knight. Arise, Sir Randolph, to take up the challenge of death that has befallen the fair maid Amelia, held in the evil clutches of Spaybolt the Terrible, acting upon an interdimensional distress signal from the galactic cruiser SS Rustbucket. Don your Omnibot Mark IV attack suit and venture forth in pursuit of your beloved's captors. Defend yourself nobly against the Berserker security droids. Fight your way through 20 grueling levels onto the planet's surface in Spaybot's castle, where the fate of Amelia lies with the outcome of your mortal combat with the awesome Hincher droid. Is there any gallantry and bravery left in this modern day universe? Available in November. Trailblazer. Thunder into the unknown at breakneck speed, pushing your reflexes to their limits in this definitely accelerating journey that's not one for the faint-hearted. Roll left, roll right, avoiding the endless chasms of doom that lay in and around the squares of mystery. Squares that will sometimes slow your progress, on occasion with fatal consequences, and sometimes speed up unexpectedly or make you jump automatically. Keep a keen eye on the clock, as the quicker you complete your task, the higher will be your bonus. Commodore 64 version is an amazing 2-player simultaneous game. Amstrad Disc version contains extra features. Doesn't tell you what the features are, though. Not sure what those extra features are. The Vera Cruz affair. Pit your wits against a criminal genius. Vera Cruz, the first in Infogrames crime series, available for Amstrad, Commodore 64, MSX, and Spectrum. It's an adventure section. Hail to thee, blithe pilg. Despite the coward Crusaders' attempts to take on a well-deserved holiday this month, Warlock Nicholson has summoned me from my retreat at Land's End to provide thee with these pages of dazzling entertainment. So put on thy sunglasses and get these stuck into this month's offering from the man with the amber solaire and a copy of Interceptor's Aftershock. Well, here's your review for Aftershock and Rebel Planet. Adventure Top 10, Red Moon, Neverending Story, The Hobbit, Lord of the Rings, Heroes of Khan, Warlord, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, Worm in Paradise, Heavy on the Magic, Emerald Isle. Do we have scores for these adventure games anywhere? Oh, we got some artwork here. No, we have no scores. Oh, these are just previews. Stay tuned for next month's follow-up review for the final verdict. So these aren't reviews, they're just previews. Wonderful. Strip teasers. Aliens, the computer game. There are some places in the universe you don't go alone. It's a price of magic. It's your map. It's more of the map. And yet more of the map. 4 pages of map. Now into the cheat mode proper. No, I'm not gonna... No, not gonna look. No. Just gonna cheat instead. Great tip for all owners of the Firebird game on disc. It's elite. So what you do, start game and go to the load save game screen. Select the option load new commander and put commander's name as elite and press enter. Message disk loading error will appear. Press 4 to exit the screen. Press space to begin game and you are in for a big surprise. Apart from giving you all sorts of things you don't normally have, this also seems to introduce some interesting bugs into the game, so play around with it and see what happens. Never shoot anything. In Turbo SP, never shoot anything. You get many more points for ramming into the back of a car, up to 2,000 sometimes. Okay, never shoot anything. It's a fun bit. Here's another map. Swords and sorcery. And a poke for it even. Uchimata. Based on judo, Uchimata is probably the most advanced and challenging martial arts simulation to date. All the skills and spills without the bruises. Commodore 64 cassette disc, Spectrum 48-128 cassette, Amstrad 464-664-628 cassette and disc, and MSX cassette. Brian Jacks received his black belt first Dan when only 15. He's now 7th Dan in Elite World Group, having won the British Championship 11 times, the Open Championship 5 times, the European Championship 4 times, and an Olympic medal He is one of the most knowledgeable and foremost exponents of judo in the world. He's a poke for Storm. We've got 2 listings for this. Produce joystick control. Directional joystick control. Could have used that when we were playing the game. Tau City Special Edition. More words. Biggles. Serial code for the helicopter section is REN. Start the game. You're flying. Okay. Some tips for Zoids, because you probably need it. Green Beret. The last stage is definitely the hardest one. That's normal, isn't it? That's the karate troops. That's what you call the ones doing the jump kicks, the karate troops. Sorry for the delay. Here they come for the Spectrum and Amstrad. The Goonies. Every copy includes a free draw voucher to win one of 100 Goonies videos. Based from the Richard Donner production, based on the story by Steven Spielberg. Tips for all 3 levels of Ghosts and Goblins, because they only have 3 levels. And a poke. Pokes for Commando and Beachhead. He's Dan Deere, pilot of the future. Story so far, Colonel Dan Deere has located the asteroid base of his arch enemy, the evil Mechon. He must destroy the base at all costs, but first he must defeat the deadly Treens and the evil Master. Join Colonel Deere and his valiant companions on their journey through peril in Dan Deere, Pilot of the Future. The fate of their mission depends on you. To be continued. Oh. Probably the best joystick in the world. If you say so. Mark 1 joystick compatible with Sinclair ZX Spectrum 16K, 48K, 128K, Amstrad computers, Commodore 64 and VIC-20 computers, Commodore C16 and Plus 4 computers, adapters sold separately, MSX computers, Atari 2600 and 5200 video game systems, Atari home computers. Try beating I Am Drum. Type-ins. Poster maker. Ingenious program this from Peter Dole. Which is a giant printer of whatever you've got on the screen, using 8 sheets of normal continuous stationery. The printer uses the computer's normal character set, so that when you look at the printout close up, you can barely make out what it is. But stick the pages together, walk away 20 feet, then turn around and look and wow! You can change the contrast in your giant picture by altering the characters separated by commas in line 240. Okay, if you say so. Taurus. Here's one of those listings that takes 3 minutes to type in, yet give a very, very pretty demonstration of the Amstrad's graphic capabilities. In fact, the program takes longer to run than it does to type in. Okay. Simon. Probably remember the game in which you have to remember a sequence of coloured lights and sounds and repeat it. This is that game. Simple but challenging and surprisingly addictive. Yeah. Best is yet to come. Ripton 3, The Ultimate Challenge, released on November 5th for the BBC Micro, Acorn Electron, Commodore 64, 128, and Amstrad 464, 664, 6128 computers. Ripton 3 includes a screen designer, a character designer, many new features, 24 fascinating screens. Want £1,000,000? It could be sooner than you think. Soft masters of the game. What, sure, you're not still waiting for that game to load. This is where they sell you all the games on disc at cassette prices. Somehow they can afford it. Blank discs are not cheap. But don't forget you must spend at least £15 on 2 games. Please don't order any games marked for the start unless you have telephoned us on the number below to make sure they are available. Master Blaster, Ghetto Blasters, Walkmans, watches and t-shirts all up for grabs in a massive Mastertronic competition. Still wearing fed trousers? Don't know what colour shoelaces are in this year? Does breakdancing simply mean 6 months in a plaster cast? Have your ears never suffered from a rap attack? And this competition is specifically for you. Win one of the fabulous prizes on offer, and you'll have more street cred than a Radio 1 DJ in a Ferrari. Okay. That's exactly what we need to know. The under-16s can let their imagination run wild because we want you to draw the weirdest creature, monster, alien, or beast that you can think of. You can do it in pen, paint, or anything you like, even art studio. What we'll be looking for won't just be artistic skill, but plenty of imagination and humour as well. The over-16s can exercise their razor-sharp wits by producing a cartoon about Mastertronic. You can make it about the company, a particular game, the new joystick, or anything else to do with budget games. And again, we'll be looking for humour and imagination, as well as good drawing. The winners will get an additional bonus. Mastertronic will frame the winners' entries and present them with a scroll to mark their achievement. With generosity like that, what are you waiting for? Get drawing! Here's another map. Here's the map of Dan Dare. You will perish, dear. So there's Digby, but how do I save him? Get more things, Dan. More stuff to order. Highlander. There can be only one. Oh. Manhattan 986 in a vast underground garage beneath Madison Square Garden. 2 men are locked in mortal combat. The huge cavern echoes with the sound of clashing steel. For although this is the 20th century, one combatant wields an ancient samurai sword, the other a broadsword. The duel is deadly earnest, ending only when the loser is decapitated. For that victor, however, there is only one more conquest in a drama he has been living for 450 years, a unique breed of men fated to duel down the ages to a distant time called the Gathering, will battle for the prize, power beyond imagination. The distant time is now, the place, New York. By ocean, it's going to be a sign of quality. Got more advertisements. Heartland. Odin Computer Graphics. Magmax. Ichibutsu. Nichibutsu. Nichibutsu's arcade hotshot on your home computer now. If you haven't already played it in the arcades, then you're in for a real surprise. If you have, then you'll be going Magmax to load it on your micro. Magmax could be a mean machine if you've got what it takes to put him together. Build him up when his firepower increases. You'll need it. Believe it.